down where the pressure can crush metal like a soda can, down where sunlight never reaches and the sea becomes a black, bottomless plain. Something is still moving. This is the Mariana Trench, Earth's last true wilderness. And for a long time, scientists believed it should be lifeless. Imagine the weight of a small mountain pressing down on every square inch of your body. Imagine no sunlight, temperatures near freezing, and a world where the sea is more like liquid rock than gentle water. At the very bottom, roughly 11,000 meters deep, conditions make life, as we know it, nearly impossible. Yet, when modern explorers lowered cameras and robotic landers into that darkness, they found movement, real movement, complex creatures, life. How do animals survive where everything should be crushed? That's what we're going to discover. The Mariana Trench sits in the western Pacific, a scar in Earth's crust, where one tectonic plate dives beneath another. Its deepest pit, called Challenger Deep, reaches nearly 11,000 meters. To put it in perspective, if you dropped Mount Everest into the ocean, its peak would still be more than 2 kilometers underwater. This zone is called the Hadean Zone, the deepest of the deep. Here there is no light, only faint bioluminescent glows. Temperatures hover just above freezing, and the pressure is staggering, hundreds to over 1,000 times the pressure at the surface. For decades, the Hadean Zone was a theoretical place, a nearly unvisited realm at the edge of technology and money. Scientists assumed life would be limited to hardy microbes and the occasional bit of detritus that drifts down from above. Pressure at these depths is not a gentle squeeze. It's the kind of force that alters chemistry. Proteins change shape, membranes that hold cells together can fail, and gas-filled organs, like swim bladders, would implode. Sunlight, the primary energy source for most ecosystems, never arrives. No plants, no algae, no classic food chain. So scientists concluded only microbes and a few tiny scavengers could survive. Nothing big, nothing complex, nothing vertebrate. That conclusion held until humans finally reached the trench floor. Robotic landers and specialized submersibles began to pry open the Hadean darkness. What they brought back changed everything. On camera, at depths once thought impossible for vertebrates, scientists filmed fish, not microscopic bits or shadowy shapes. Fish, living, moving, breathing animals. These were snailfish, gelatinous, fragile-looking creatures adapted to crushing pressure. They drifted and hovered in the sediment, seemingly fragile, yet perfectly at home. It was proof. Vertebrate life had found a way. But how do they survive where everything else breaks? The answers lie in clever biological engineering. Many Hadean animals have bodies that are mostly gelatinous, soft, compressible tissues that don't trap gas and can tolerate pressure changes. They lack rigid swim bladders that would implode. Their skeletons are reduced or cartilage-like, letting them move without rigid structures that would fail. On a molecular level, some organisms have special molecules that stabilize proteins, so they keep working under pressure. Their enzymes are pressure tolerant. Their cell membranes use unique fats that stay fluid even at crushing depths. Think of it like engineering a submarine out of jelly that won't pop when you dive. Bizarre, but effective. And the food? How do they eat where sunlight is gone? Food arrives in surprising ways. Dead creatures and organic particles slowly rain down from the surface, and chemosynthetic microbes convert chemicals from the seafloor into energy. Scavengers, amphipods, and specialized worms feed on that slow cascade. It's not just a few lonely fish. The trench hosts a complex, if thinly connected, ecosystem. Amphipods the size of your hand scavenge along the mud. Worms probe the sediment. Microbes form the base of food webs we're only beginning to map. Some deep species show a strange pattern. In nutrient-scarce environments, related species often grow surprisingly large. Gigantism in the deep is a real phenomenon, a counterintuitive response to scarcity and pressure. And even here, human impact reaches. Microplastics and pollutants have been found in samples pulled from extreme depths, evidence that no place on Earth is untouched. These discoveries force a revision of what we consider habitable. If vertebrates can survive under crushing pressure and without sunlight, then the definition of life's limits must expand. Astrobiologists look at Hadean life as a template, life that could exist on icy moons beneath alien oceans, in places where sunlight never penetrates but chemical energy does. On Earth, these creatures teach us about resilience, adaptation, and the surprising versatility of biology. Each Hadean species carries evolutionary stories, genes and adaptations formed in isolation, perhaps for millions of years. They are living experiments in how life rewrites itself under pressure. So, why haven't we mapped more of this world? The answer is simple and brutal. It's hard and expensive. Technology has improved, but deep-sea missions still require specialized vessels, pressure-hardened cameras, and teams willing to risk failure. Each descent is a gamble. Electronics fail under pressure. Cables snap. Cameras flood. That's why only a handful of dives have ever reached the very bottom, and why most of the Hadean zone remains unseen, which means everything we've discovered so far might be just the beginning. In the black of the Hadean depths, life persists in forms that challenge our imagination. Fragile fish drift where steel would fail. Scavengers roam in silence. Microbes churn chemical energy into life. The trench proves a simple, unsettling truth. Life is better at surviving than we thought. What else is hiding in the places we haven't looked? What strange ecosystems, what impossible animals wait silent on the ocean floor? We've only scratched the surface of a world that covers 70% of the planet. If you want more episodes where science meets mystery, places where something is living where nothing should, subscribe and join the expedition. And remember, the ocean still keeps its secrets,